Good morning. Welcome to day 28. Katie, house. Come on, get in there. There we go. And Sue had fun. She added a skelly. That platform's going to be for a bubbler. Come on, Kay. Anyway, I forgot to show you this yesterday. Some work Sue did over in the Clown. I mentioned it last night. We had wiring in the framework up here, and she went and creepied it up. Kind of hid things a little bit, and it does make it look a little creepier in here. So I think that'll work just fine. Breakfast of the day, I know what I want. A ham hamburger. Basically, it's or I should say a ham cheeseburger. It's a regular hamburger, a regular cheeseburger, but you take thinly sliced pieces of ham and you put that on it as well. Sounds good. And Kaylee's waiting for Papa. So there's your breakfast of the day. Have a side order of fries with it. A hamburger with slices of ham on it. So there's your breakfast of the day. And I showed you the Clown. We got the truck parked. The blow-ups are up. We got to get Kaylee in there. Get in there. Something else too, last night. I shot 2 segments of footage on the cell phone. One made it into the vlog. The other one, I forgot to hit the button. But it was a view of Bart lit up. So I will include him tonight, if I remember. Today's work. Pirate. We've got to get in here and get everything wired. Get lighting and stuff in. Now, I started last night on these lights here. One there, one there. I got their wires ran back to this general area, and I got my main power feed in. I need to make those connections. I've got a couple of speakers I need to get put in here, and then we need to get that guy working, and we need to get lighting in. And then if we can get all that done, we'll get the hay in here, put the fence panel back up, and we'll be done with this display. That's the docket for today, is to get done with this display. I want it done, finished, kaput. So we're going to be working on that. Stay tuned. I'll give you some updates here and there, probably. Well, Sue-Ann's just getting in to start dinner. It's going on about 6 p.m. Excuse me. And we just finished the Pirate display. It's got its hay in, its pneumatics are all working, the brain board's in. Only things I have left to do in here is I've got to get the swords in that box, which I'll do closer to opening. And I got to get in here tonight and aim the lights. But other than that, the display is totally put together and totally ready to go. It's got all its power and everything. I will be using the cell phone tonight, and we'll give you a look at it with the cell phone, provided I hit the right buttons tonight, unlike last night when I tried to show you Bart. And you'll get a look at Bart tonight too. She's even got bottles scattered throughout, what have you. But the one thing I did not do with the lighting is there's a lot of lights in this display. I chose not to put any lights on either this or the oars down here on the secret door. I figured this display was pretty much bright enough as it is. So, but with the hay in there, it covers up all the wiring and all the hoses and everything. But this one is pretty much ready to go. Just aiming in those swords. So, oh, and Sue-Ann said we have some rope that came with the fish netting. She's going to decorate this fence with it too. So, we got that to put on. But that's Sue-Ann doing that. Now it's on over here to to the Gypsy. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to light things in here. The AC and stuff's all working, but I do need to get the brain box put together to run the lamp and run that. And then I've got basically lighting in here to do. Oh, and the brain box also runs the lights in the stove as well. So this one I am hoping to be a fast display as far as putting it together. Unlike the Pirate, I knew the Pirate was going to take a while. But anyway, I'm going to get back into it. We're going to start getting lights hung and stuff in here, and after dinner we'll get over, get the lights aimed in the Pirate, and we'll give you a look at it, as well as what if we get anything done in the Gypsy worth showing. Okay, it's after dinner. Wanting to give you a look at things since I screwed up yesterday. And let's see, yep, we're still recording. So there's the exit, the buzzards, the enter, the Make-A-Wish. Fully on like it will be on opening and during the days we are open. And then into Bart. And give the delay, I'm shutting the gate. Then they come around, go through a curtain, and Swam went into hiding because she knows I'm filming.
Welcome. The master is just dying.
And there she is. She's coming around the corner. She was hiding in the Gypsy.
You have come a long way for nothing.
And that's the one pneumatic. They'll trip it as they come through the gate. Now, I've mentioned a couple of times the Home Depot skeletons. If I have time, I will get them in and get them wired up for 5 volt and get them hooked up to a Scooby-Doo board so they'll automatically fire. If not, they'll be static just like they are now. And the set dresser does approve. You're running from the camera? I got the doors shut. You gotta go through the corn. No. Anyway, get another look out from down here at this angle. But anyway, here's your look at the finished Pirate. So, promise you a look. You gotta look at. You got Bart. Oh, it's around in between 9 and 10 sometime. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. I've been working over here in the Gypsy and having a very aggravated time of it. 12 volt, as you can see, the skull and the fireplace are working. I also got the brain box down there. It's all hooked up. It's working. It's all wired. 5 volt, on the other hand, isn't. Right now I've got the animated Ouija board and the lamp in this display that's 5 volt. Earlier in the setup vlogs, real life time's been about 2 weeks, when I was doing the wiring over in the photo hallway. I had the medallions up on the wall, which are 5 volt. I ran a power line for them, went to hook them up into the box, and I was getting intermittent power, you know, from the switches on the back. So I unplugged it, opened up the power box, and wired it directly to the bus bars, which is the part that's in between the power supply and the switches. And the medallions worked, no problem. So I figured, well, I'll just hook up all my 5 volt to the bus bars. At that time, is what I was thinking. I went and ran the 5 volt over, tried checking the switches, had the same problem, went to hook it up to the bus bar, and the power supply gave out on me. The power supply I'm using in there for the 5 volt is an old computer power supply. That power supply, particular power supply, has been in every generation of power box I've ever done. This is my 3rd generation. The original one that box, the computer power supply was in, God, I did that 2012, 2013, so I've been using it for about 7 years now. And the power supply itself was pulled out of an old computer, that went on us. The power supply was still good, but other components weren't, and the computer fried, so I saved the power supply. Well, now the power supply is giving up the ghost. So, for right now, I'm just running all my 5 volt wires over to the power station. I am going to have to replace that power supply. I've got 2 or 3 more power supplies downstairs. I saved just for this sort of thing happening. But it's going to take time to get them all configured for doing 5 volt, which isn't all that hard, usually. Notice I said usually. But it is a couple hour project converting a power supply over to do low voltage stuff. Anyway, that's a project for later in the setup. Right now I'm just going to run 5 volt to everything that needs 5 volt and just leave the lines unhooked, at the power station. And if I get a day or 2 free, I'll mess with power supplies. If not, I'll have to figure out some other way of doing the 5 volt, or just don't do the 5 volt at all. But anyway, I got Kaylee here. She wants to go park the truck, do her job, move the truck. Huh? Yeah, she's been waiting on me, and I've been out here doing puzzles. Tomorrow, we're going to need to get in here, and I got to start getting lights and stuff in. And it'll take probably about half a day, so we should be able to get this display done tomorrow, minus the 5 volt, and that'll put us into corn, which is basically just lighting. So, should be quick and easy tomorrow, hopefully. I'm getting tired of finding all these gremlins. Okay, end of the day wrap up, and we got lovable Kaylee with us. She's happy. She loves moving that truck, and she knew it was time because Mama was getting ready to put her to bed, which means it's got to be almost 10 o'clock, which means I've been out here way later than I should, which means I'm going to have a late night editing. You knock that off. She wants to play. Huh? Yeah. Good day today, I think. We got the pirate display totally done, minus the swords in the box. And we got started on the Gypsy. Ended up getting frustrated with the 5 volt. I'd rather just plug and play, but it looks like I am going to have to replace the computer power supply. I kind of explained that in the last one, and some of you techie guys would probably understand what I was saying. Those that aren't into it are probably scratching their head and thinking, what? But tomorrow we're going to attempt to get that Gypsy display finished, except for the 5 volt, and then get into doing the corn. Gypsy lighting and the corn should be fairly quick, all in all. But past that, it's going to be another day in hell. I was going to say paradise, but this is more like hell right now, doing all the wiring. So stay spooky, stay dark.